Listen, all you New Yorkers. Excuse me, taxi.
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
It is time to check in with Red Apple Audio Network's star anchorette Supremo. She is the voice of her generation, ladies and gentlemen, a voice that we love, that of our very own Lizzie Rattoballi. Lizzie, good morning to you.
Good morning, Bo. Good morning, Bo. Thank you so much for having me. It's always great to, catch up, talk about the latest, what's happening this week.
Yeah, I'm sorry that you couldn't open up that Washington Post story that I sent you.
Goodness. It was
a gift article.
I was going crazy. I was being sent, you sent me that article, and it, like you said, it's a gift article, so that means anyone can open it. But I kept having to put in my email, and they were like, "Oh, you're already signed up. Here, sign in here." And every time I tried to sign in, it would redirect me. Anyways, not the thing. I do think that maybe I'm on a watch list.
Lizzie, they've had problems this week.
I was going to say Washington Post. I know they've let go of all their, a lot of reporters and stuff. Maybe they let go of their tech.
One third across the board of their reporting staff and some of the others.
Yeah, tech staff must have gone too because their website is broken. Okay, their website is no good.
Well, we can get to that. I'll send you the story during the week. It's about how AI is just taking over so much and some of the problems associated with it in terms of it's consuming so much of the budgets that other things are suffering so that people can race toward AI. But we can get to that. I'm glad you can explain the story to me that I saw and didn't understand, Lizzie, because you have it here. So maybe you can tell us what this is about.
Yes.
Kamala Harris unveiled headquarters something, but she had to change the name because people were mocking it. And I never got to what is exactly the story here with Kamala Harris and what the heck is Headquarters 67 and all this stuff. What is it?
Yeah, so Headquarters is now, I don't want to make any, generalizations here, but to me, it's reading as the rebirth of a grift here. This to me is a giant grift operation because, so Headquarters, Kamala HQ, that was the campaign headquarters that was used, for a lot of the digital engagement of Kamala's campaign that she did in 2024. And as we know,
the campaign of joy.
Yeah, but we know that campaign was unsuccessful. So now they're coming back to, I don't know what, to help project the focus on Gen Z audiences and youth political engagement. That's directly from this group here. So they say that, they want to activate Gen Z, but what if the Gen Z turns out they mostly want Trump? I mean, I don't really know what the game plan is here. So they are partnering with a liberal advocacy group. It was founded by television's Norman Lear, the People for the American Way. They're teaming up to do this. But so I just want to get into Kamala launched this effort with a video on Twitter. And like you mentioned, on Twitter or X, I will never call it X right away. I will always Twitter forever. But Twitter, the account there is at headquarters_67 of 6'7" fame, the internet meme that sprouted up in the end of last year and then immediately died. Like it had a shelf life of about 2 weeks, the 6'7" craze. But so she's using that craze a little too late here, and
I didn't even know what the 6'7" craze was. What the heck was it?
Well,
what is it?
It was just like a phrase that a lot of Gen Zers were using, and the thing is, anytime you say some numbers and 6 and 7 would be next to each other, people would be like, "Oh, 6, 7," and it was just kind of like this meme that turned into like. It was like the word of the year for one of the dictionaries. I don't know which one. It was like Merriam or maybe Oxford used 6, 7 as the word of the year. But I still don't really know what it was. It comes from a rap song. I do know that it comes from a rap song.
Okay.
But yeah, and
3-4.
Yeah, 3-4, 4-5. And, so Kamala launched this campaign, this effort, with a video, and the video is bad, okay? She is, I'm just gonna say.
How surprising.
The video is
surprising.
Bad. The video, so first of all, it starts with someone off camera saying, explain what this is. And then Kamala's like, yes. So headquarters is an effort to mobilize the youth and get them involved. And when she's talking like 2 or 3 times, she looks like up. She looks up as if she's like trying to remember what she has to say. She's trying to remember her lines. And her role in this also not clear because she's not controlling the editorial content or daily operations. She's just the chair of this project. So I'm like, is she making money from this? Like, what's going on here? It's not really a good effort from Democrats who, you would think after their, tough loss of 2024. They really lost every swing state and the popular vote. You'd think that there would be more, clarity on the path forward, or even just a departure from their past efforts. I mean, revamping Kamala for what? The voters have spoken. They're not interested. And it just reminds me, locally here in New York, we have Mayor Zohran Mamdani, and a lot of his support came from this movement called Hot Girls for Zohran. I don't know if you've heard of that.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Yeah, the viral t-shirt campaign. They just similar to headquarters, they just revamped their whole thing, rebranded, and now they are Hot Girls Organized. And it's like, what actually are any of you people doing? Like, you guys aren't like, going out to the homeless people, giving them, water or blankets as they're dying in the freezing cold. Nobody's doing anything. Everyone's saying a lot. I need to see people start to, walk the walk,
Hot girls, huh? Hot girls organized. Maybe they're cake sitting.
Yeah, who knows? Who knows?
You were aware of the cake sitting craze. Never mind.
Oh yes, I'm aware. Everything on the internet, man. I just
yeah. I don't want to go in that direction. We'll just leave the cake sitting for another time. Okay. Now, I love the other story. I read it during the week, and I had to laugh about the government attorney who was in court with the judge on an ICE case. And she, by the way, is no longer working for the government, but great story. Tell us a little bit about it.
Yeah, so she, a lot of people have a lot of complaints about their jobs, but most people don't do it on the record in court while they're technically on the clock. So this government attorney, Julie Lee, she was listed under the Department of Homeland Security. She's been on 88 cases this past month alone. Just this past 30 days, she's 88 cases. She felt that she was overwhelmed, and she says that the system that she's part of is broken. And she says that she even asked the judge, could you hold me in contempt so I could get 24 hours of sleep? I just thought that's just a new effort. I don't know why the judge didn't answer her request, let her get some sleep, but instead she is now no longer with the Department of Homeland Security. She was working on what appears to be a volunteer basis, but now she's joining the group of government lawyers who have now kind of left the Department of Justice.
Well, maybe she can learn to code, but she did say, I kind of feel sorry. She said, look, she said the caseloads are overwhelming here.
Yeah, and it is. 88 cases
and she said
in 30
this job
days.
sucks.
Yeah,
she said that in court.
She said that in court to the judge. And yeah, I don't know why the judge, didn't hear her cries and just give her a state-sanctioned bed, a little state-sanctioned nap time there. But, she's no longer working with the government. She has now been removed from her detail. Not exactly clear what exactly is the next steps for her, but, they're really trying to recruit more people now on the legal side of things. We've seen how they're, offering bonuses and stuff to actual Border Patrol guards. But, maybe we'll see that soon with U.S. attorneys. Maybe they're going to provide some financial incentive there because a lot of them have left.
Wow. Well.
Yeah, and 88 cases.
So it goes.
They're not going anywhere.
Hey, that's a heck of a caseload. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I love this next story. And by the way, I'll tell you about it. Tell us about NASA and how NASA has changed its mind on the upcoming Artemis mission that will the United States going back to the moon.
Yes. So we're going back into the cosmos, traveling into the final frontier once again. And now iPhones are going to be joining the crew. The crew now gets to bring in their iPhones. It was originally not going to be allowed. And, one thing that NASA is saying that this will be pretty useful for astronauts who are, may look outside and see something and be like, oh, me, an astronaut, expert on space, I actually don't know what that is. Let me consult the internet. Let me go on my phone right now and do a quick Google, and maybe I could identify this space phenomenon flying past my eyes. But they also say that maybe we'll get a lot of better pictures, some videos now, because the last mission to the moon, the camera there was a 2016 DSLR and some GoPros that were like a decade old. So now iPhones are in the mix, and maybe we'll get some, Instagram, Snapchats of the moon. And also, I do want to note, iPhones have been in orbit before. They flew to shuttle mission in 2011, but it's not really clear if the astronauts were able to go on their phones for that.
Yeah, I wonder who's doing the coverage for that, whether it's going to be Starlink or whatever. But, this is, to me, exciting, actually. And I talked to an astronomer who's going to be coming on the program over the next few weeks. We're going to talk about this moon mission, and I just can't wait for that. This stuff has always, ever since I was a kid, kind of excited me. And so returning back to the moon, and I wonder if these iPhones are going to help tamp down the conspiracy theories. There are a whole bunch of the kook crowd. There are a whole bunch of the conspiracist theories out there, the kooks, who continue to say that the moon landing happened in Hollywood. It didn't happen on the moon. And so now, with them taking their iPhones up to the moon, location services should be able to disquiet some of the kooks, some of the conspiracy theorists, perhaps.
Yeah, and I'm fascinated, if they get bored, are they going to just, scroll on their phones, the astronauts, instead of taking the marvels of space and everything that's around them? Are they going to just, divert to what we do here on Earth and just scroll in space?
Scroll in space. That sounds like a TV show. Scroll in space. I love it, Lizzie.
I know. I'm going to get to writing. I got a screenplay coming up soon.
The James Golden Show on the Red Apple Podcast Network.